Allow me, can you allow me to share my presentation, Dr. Nabil, please?
Yes, go ahead. I think you can share it, correct?
Let me see if I'm allowed or okay, I guess I can.
Because I did not put any restrictions. Yes, go ahead, sir. Yeah.
Now you see it. Okay, just a second, please. Okay. Well, first of all, I would like to thank Dr. Nabil and people overseeing this beautiful gathering. And I would like to express my uh, happiness for being with you guys because I'm sure I will be getting some knowledge from you all. First of all, my name is Rafat Alrousan, and I am an associate professor of applied linguistics. I currently teach linguistic courses and translation courses at the Department of Translation at Yarmouk University, Jordan. I'm mainly interested in research such as sociopragmatics and CMC, which is computer mediated communication and translation studies. Uh, and my topic, discussing communication, um, I like to say something, one more thing that I liked Mr. Hamza's presentation about communication because this is one of my interests. But I'm going to talk about a topic from a different perspective, which is from a pragmatic perspective, which is going to be about pragmatic functions of emoji sequences in Jordanian students' WhatsApp communication. And as we know, nowadays we only talk digital. Most of our talk is digital. We talk digital more than we talk face to face. And in our modern era of digital communication, now we have grown accustomed to communicating using these SMSs or short messages using our devices, whether smartphones or laptops or whether tablets or what have you, on CMC, which is computer mediated communication, all kind of communication that occurs through computer. And but one of the unfortunately, we have to talk briefly about topics like this because of the time restrictions. And one of the important challenge in computer-mediated communication is the lack of nonverbal cues, not like the ones that we have in real state, like Mr. Hamza has. Now, when we communicate, sometimes we lack these nonverbal cues, such as or paralinguistic features, what we call them, such as the body language or facial expressions or tone of voice. And now we have to compensate for these by using emoticons or emojis or GIFs or punctuation or capitalization or lengthening of words or what, and so and so. And as we know, maybe every one of us here uses emojis or some kind of emojis, even though with relatively now emojis, they are important, they are significant in our communication because they help us. I'm talking about online communication because they help us convey our thoughts and our ideas, our feelings, our sentiments, and these emojis, they have each one of these emojis has a unique meaning, a unique referential meaning besides a function too. Besides its meaning, it has a function because sometimes the referential meaning is different than the function that is used. The function has to occur in a context sometimes. Now, the functions of emojis, of course, again, these functions vary according to culture and context, because different cultures, they perceive different emojis as having different functions or different meanings. And one emoji in different contexts could have different meanings or functions. Now, but in my presentation, I'm not going to be talk about emojis, specific single emojis. I'm going to be talking about emoji sequences, which are a combination of two emojis. Now, and they are defined by Herring and Stadnik as two or more emojis with different meanings, two different emojis that stand together to form a conceptual unit. Now, and these are the emoji sequences. They are an evolution of emojis, and they also express meaning, and they express feelings and emotions, and they enhance the value of our communication. Of course, this topic is still under investigated. Therefore, this study comes to fill in this gap in the literature, and it aims to study to identify the pragmatic functions of the emoji sequences in the WhatsApp communication or chats of Jordanian students. And now, why did we choose WhatsApp communication? Because it's one of the most commonly used applications in Jordan by our students. Now, to this end, this study is a mixed approach study. It mixes quantitative with qualitative approaches, and it uses both methods from both approaches. And it had 35 students as participants. 35 students participated in this study. 8 of them were males and 27 of them were females. And these participants, they were between the ages of 19 and 25 years years old, and they were all undergraduates, students who came from 4 public and private universities in Jordan. Of course, one of the requirements or the pre-requirements for their participation is that their experience in WhatsApp and their experience in the use of emojis. We used the user diary data collection method, where we asked the students to provide us with screenshots from their WhatsApp communications, and these screenshots having the emoji sequences. And we collected 50 screenshots in which we had 71 emoji sequences that were subjected to analysis. And for our data analysis, we employed the Searle 1969 Speech Act theory, and to analyze this data. And the data were analyzed and classified according to the functions they serve in the communication. Now, the results of our study revealed that the following 4 speech acts or functions for the emoji sequences, which were expressive, assertives, and directives, and commissives. There is one missing from Searle's. There's one category that was missing from Searle's classification, which is the declaration, because there are no declarations between students. Especially the data were collected from family and friends, and usually declarations or declaratives disappear from or are non-existent in this kind of conversation. And as you can see, the numbers and the percentages, the frequencies of the emojis and percentages, expressive were they came first with 50%. Then we had the assertives with 33% or 34, almost 34%. Then directives, then commissives. Now, firstly, the expressive are speech acts or functions that convey sentiments and ideas. And these are examples of, as you can see them, the examples of the expressive that were found in the data. We found that with lamenting and complaining, thanking, boasting, congratulating, expressing fear, expressing disbelief, greeting, praising, and the rest. Now, one example of on expressive, because we can't just give more examples, even though I would love to, but I could always share my presentation with you through Dr. Nabil and the organizing committee. Now, expressive, if you can see the example, this is a conversation between two colleagues or two friends. And now this example is an example of thanking, which is a kind of an expressive speech act. And we can see on the second, on the third turn, thank you, Sana, where we see the smiling face with the hard eyes, then a smiling face with hearts to express thanking. Now, they use these two sequences to express thanking. Of course, anyone can ask a question. They could saying that the speaker could have used only one emoji. Yes, you could, but sometimes they opt to choose more than one, maybe to enhance the function of their speech. Now, the second function is assertives, and these assertives usually they commit the speaker to the utterance. They commit the speaker to what they say. And they include assurance, they include guessing, they include exclaiming, asserting, informing, affirming, and of course, assertives, they come in the second place. Now, one example on this category, which is guessing. And you said you're going to tell me something, and this is the guessing emojis here. And by using the thinking face and the face with raised eyebrows. So here the speaker expresses guessing by the use of emoji sequences. The third one is directives. And the directives, they direct the hearer to perform a particular action asked by the speaker. And usually we can always urge people, we can always beg people, request people, and insist on them to do something. And one example again on this kind, which is begging, and you have to help me, please. And this is the turn in which we have the begging function, in which the speaker used the SOS button like an emergency thing, and the folded hands like begging for help, and loudly crying faces to get the listener to feel for the speaker and act promptly. The fourth one, which is commissives, and these they commit the speaker to future actions.
Dr. Rafat,
yes.
You have 2 minutes left.
Okay, I'll be done, inshallah, Dr. Nabil. Thank you very much. Thank you for reminding me. And they commit the speaker to the future action, which you commit yourself to something, or you refuse, or you accept an offer. And for example, this is an example in which we have the emoji sequences, 3 emoji sequences following each other. We have the thumbs up, the smirking face, and the winking face, expressing acceptance of the first speaker's request. Now, finally, I can conclude by saying that emoji sequences can serve different pragmatic functions. They are used to express sentiments, provide information, and plan commitments and convey ideas, desire no, and make arrangements. And they can be used as an effective substitutes for words and phrases. And they can also enhance the meaning of messages. And they come in simple grammatical structure. And this is it for me. And I'll thank you very much for your kind listening.
Thank you, Dr. Rafat. Thank you. Your presentation is really an excellent presentation. And
Yeah.
what's surprising me is the directive way to express our emotion. It's only 8.5%. I don't know. Our students don't like to be direct. They just try to go around things to express their emotions. So
Maybe this is the trend with online communication.
yeah, that
Sometimes you can hide your emotions behind them. Yes.
yeah, true. That's true. That's true. Okay. Does anyone have any question? You can have 3 4 minutes for questions if anyone has any question for
Yes,
Dr.
please,
Rafa.
I have a question.
Yes, go ahead, Dr. Nermeen. Go ahead.
Okay, good evening. Here in Lebanon, it's evening now. It's Nermeen from Lebanon. My question is, how did you choose the population? Yani, was there any faculty than other? How did you choose these 37 or 38 students, please?
Yes.
Or it was just randomly chosen?
Thank you very much for the questions. Now, we chose them randomly by asking them. My colleague had sent messages to these students, online messages to through emails, if they are willing to participate. And 37 of these students, they showed their willingness.
So we had many specialties, many faculties.
Yeah, they
It's
come.
not
Yes,
quite
yes, doctor. They come from different fields of specializations. Yes,
okay. And one other question, please, if it's
please.
possible. What was the hypothesis from the beginning, please?
The hypothesis was that, as a matter of fact, we did not use hypotheses in our research paper. We used the direct questions, but we expected that emoji sequences are used just as emojis, because these emoji sequences are not well investigated yet. So we hypothesized that they are just used functionally as emojis to serve functions such as commissives and declaratives and other categories.
Okay, thank you so much. Can you share, please, the presentation and
Of
the
course I
study
will.
if it's
Of
possible?
course I will. Of course I will.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Thank you again, Dr. Rafa. Thank you, Dr. Nermeen. Does anyone have any other question? If you don't, we move to the next person, Dr. Shadi. And after Dr. Shadi, I see that Dr. Nato is with us. Dr. Nato is with us now. And after Dr. Shadi, you will do your presentation, Dr. Nato, okay?
السلام عليكم.
Okay, Dr. Shadi, go ahead. The mic is yours.
بسم الله.
Let me first
السلام عليكم.
finish